You can't back away from it. You apologized. I accept, and thank you.
We are back. Opening day. Winter is over, or supposed to be. Pretty chilly here this morning, but the parking lot is full. We hear there's over 200 entries. The energy is there. After a long Indiana winter, it is great to be back. 2022 go-karting season, first KRA of the year. Can't wait to get started.
Pulsar's chain looks like. Like, share, and subscribe.
Good morning. We are here at the Mona Lisa of go-kart tracks, Newcastle Motorsports Park. After a long off season, it's good to be back.
The morning walk with Dad.
In the off season, in my continual search for speed, I turned to a study to understand my own makeup. I think that's very important. If you want to be successful in life, you need to understand everything you can about yourself. And in doing that, in that quest for 2/10, I turned to the psychoanalysis theory in psychology by Sigmund Freud. And in that theory, there's three components. There's the id, which is kind of the devil sitting on your shoulder. All it knows is what it wants. It wants it now. It doesn't care what it takes to get it. Doesn't care what anybody thinks. It wants it. On the other shoulder is the angel. It's the superego. And it says, be nice. You know, this is all about being fair. We're out here for fun. Worry about what other people think. So it might see that opportunity to make a pass and say, don't do it. You might wreck somebody. Not the right time. And in the middle is the ego. And the ego makes all the decisions. It determines whether it goes with the id, whether it goes with the superego. And so in looking at that, I have decided that per Freud, my ego on the go-kart track, where he leans a little bit too much towards this superego, being a nice guy, leaving it so that nobody's mad at me. And as Jorge says, I might need to listen to my ego a little, or my id a little more, and just send it. So we'll see how it goes this season. Looking forward to it. Dad, walk me through what happened here. Guy spun between 1 and 2, and I thought I was by him, and it's almost like his brake released. He came back, and I think it was his rear tire to my tire, and bit the stuff out of my axle.
We got some work to do.
I'm not worried about that. I'm starting to back.
Hold that sprocket. Got your new axle? Yep. Let's chase it.
What'd you do?
You look good out there. Had a guy spin in front of me, and I went to the outside. I thought I was behind him, actually. I wasn't even really worried about it. All of a sudden, I felt a boom in the rear end of the cart. Looked around, and I knew it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Not a way to start the day.
Not a good way to start the day. And in practice, no less.
No less. Wasn't even up to speed.
So they have to change out your whole new axle?
Yeah.
They were able to fix his axle, so he's qualified! Woo!
So the sun shines through the clouds, and it's one of those things where just got done with qualifying, and qualifying effort wasn't the best. Didn't have a lot of grip and came in 15th out of 20th, but my time was way off what I practiced yesterday, and I kind of knew it was going to be. Got to figure out what that means for the race, but you know, the ray of sunshine is Matt Geist came over, and he and Kacy, and had help from Derek and Ben. I bent my axle pretty bad in a practice wreck, and they got me out there in front for qualifying, and in time for qualifying, and it wasn't the kart's fault. So a Herculean effort by those guys. Really appreciate it. Wish I could have done them more justice, but we'll see if we can't do that in the race.
You haven't really seen much of me today. Been busy. Bent axle on Dad's kart, kind of the culprit there. So we've done our practice sessions. We practiced yesterday, and I was not super happy yesterday. It was very cold, and I was running tires from last year and just sliding. I was pretty sure it was the tires. So today I've got some new MG Reds on, and a big difference. Big. Even when it was a lot colder this morning, like I had a lot less slide. So that makes me happy. Gonna be going out for qualifying here soon. And you know, this guy Matt Geist comes in here to this track, fixes our axle and stuff, and then has the audacity in practice to run like a second faster than me. I was feeling pretty good. Like I said, dude runs like a second faster than me. You know what, you told me Matt's time, right?
Yeah.
But what you didn't mention is the reason he's faster.
Why is that?
He's wearing the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. It's that shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel better now.
What you wearing, Derek? Oh, Ghost Racing. I'm probably down probably half a horse because of that.
All right, Kacy's qualifying.
Yeah, just had to get Kacy up here, and then Matt from Ghost Racing, check him out. I was like, hey, can you get Derek from Ghost Racing, check him out. His cart, because I guess Derek was like in the bathroom or something, so I'm sprinting back there getting Derek's cart, and I see Derek sprinting up there. So got him out, but unfortunately I don't know where he'll be because it was late. But craziness ensuing in KRA 1 qualifying.
Qualifying's over, and it didn't go well. Pretty disappointed in myself. Was just not paying attention back here ultimately, and I didn't realize we were on grid. Got up there late, and so sat down towards the back of the grid, and that meant we had a lot of karts to work through. And it's only partially an excuse though, because Matt from Ghost was in front of me, like directly in front of me, and that dude got pole, right? He worked through the traffic a lot better than I did and set pole. So congrats, Matt. I am super happy for you. And so for me, I mean, it took longer for my kart to come in, so I struggled to get through the traffic as quickly. And then, man, the kart came in and it was good. It was good, but unfortunately I couldn't leave a gap behind me, and I was sandwiched, and I qualified 15th. The frustrating thing is, like I said, the kart was really good. Like, I knew it was fast, and by turn 5 on the in lap, right after the checkered flag, my Alfano predictive lap time was already 2.5 seconds faster once I got some clear track. So just decision making, really. You know, it's ultimately decision making. I wouldn't have had pole speed. Man, Matt, he's on rails right now. I joked that I might just talk to Newcastle and have them just give him the medal. We can all just fight for second and third. Well, they can, because I've got my work cut out for me here. But I'm gonna, you know, I know the kart's fast, right? So I know it's good, and just gotta make up some positions, a lot of positions. and try to make the best of it that I can.
It's Ben's qualifying time.
Hold on a minute. Still got a few.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to go on record and say Regan never told me not to race last year. She always encouraged it. I just used her as kind of a joking excuse. I was more interested in spending time with her than being here. That apparently did not go over super well in the household or on the vlog. I just would like to be completely clear. Regan did nothing wrong and has always encouraged me to follow my dreams and passions.
Yeah.
And I am only kind of forced to say that she's got a gun pointing at me right now.
I got a whole lot of flack for giving him only support.
Kart okay?
Yeah. I mean, I know I did good, guys. How did I do?
You got first.
I did?
You got pole, man.
Awesome.
2 tenths. Nice job, Dingy.
Thanks.
Hey, you played it perfectly.
I know.
Man.
Well, it was all Ryan, man. He was the guy. I was just following him, and he had the good line.
You left the perfect gap.
So qualifying is over for the only class I can really run anymore, CIK, typical. No practice yesterday for me. I was out or hosting some people with Regan, and so I don't know, this morning was just a bit of a just cold mess, ice skating out there, so didn't really know what we'd have for qualifying. Was able to get an okay gap on my second lap, and going to my third lap was able to bring home top time and sat on pole, so that was great. But in the spirit of Kobe Bryant, to borrow his words, job's not done yet. So I got to go out there still for the final, and I've been a little bit, it's taken a few laps for the kart to really come in well, so we'll have to try to hold on here in the first few laps, and then hopefully, you know, bring the pace towards the end of the field, or towards the end of the race, to the field. So very excited with pole. It's great to be back in Newcastle. For those of you that said I lost it, I think this is proof enough that I haven't, but this is also just the first step. You know, we got 12 laps. Anybody can be fast for 1 lap. We got to do it for 12 here, so see how she goes.
Well, you know, we've been on a streak of a lot of good starts, and that streak was broken here, and you can kind of see how it all plays out, the anatomy of a bad start. As we head down the front straightaway here, we're bumping back and forth. I'm getting bumped. I'm bumping Travis in front of me, and you can see right here, I get going, stop, push him ahead, and it creates a gap. And that gap, I'm trying to close it, and I'm starting to, and then Brian, I think he saw an opening there and came down. Brian never do that on purpose, really good guy. I think he just saw a hole that was maybe closing, couldn't see me, and then we collected somebody else after the bad start. You know, it's just kind of the way it is. I wasn't really driving angry at this point. Came up on these two. Thanks to the 19 here for giving me room on the inside. I was hoping to get both of them and could not, but had a good run here coming off of the little dog leg heading into the green corner, and was able to make the pass and set my sights on the group in front of us, and was able to pull in. The kart was great, and it just kept getting better throughout the race. As I pulled in on these two, you know, the first lap or two, I think cold tires, a lot of sliding of the back end, and I noticed these two as I got to Mike and Travis were having the same kind of issues. Mike and I trying to bump draft there, and saw Mike give a little shake of the head like it's not going to go, so I backed off and really backed off too much and gave him a big gap, and was able to pull back in, but you know, and I'll do it here again. So this is just something I've got to work on, not give quite that much space. But the kart's really starting to come in, and Mike gets a little bit off of line here, or something went on, and I was able to close in. He may have given it to me for all I know, but got by Mike and then heading for Travis, and maybe he has a little struggle here coming off of the hairpin, and I get a good run, and I'm going to pull in and make a pass here. So the kart, you know, from here on, the kart was just outstanding, and I ran lap times that were equivalent to the top 10, and didn't have a draft. I don't know how much that would have been worth, but I like to have seen here somebody that I think got caught up in an incident at some point. Make a pass here between 2 and 3. It's never quite as elegant. Bounced over the curb there. Probably going to have to pay Newcastle for repairs. Some new concrete needed. But if you watch closely here, I do make an elegant pass. I hardly ever do that. But if you'll notice here, kart coming back on the track. Look at that. That was sweet. And, you know, we'll put that one down in the memory book as a good pass. And so we have gotten to the point where if somebody's coming from off track onto the track, I can do that and do it well. But it was a good race. Would have liked to have really seen what we could have done if we hadn't had the problem early on. Because like I said, the lap times were really good. Running real similar to Tony, a friend of ours. He finished 10th. Congratulations to him in that race. And Amber won her first race. So it was a great day at the track. A lot of good results, a lot of good people. Glad to get back and see them. And next time we look at this view of the 34 going around the track, hopefully we're right in the thick of something.
Come on, Amber.
And Amber's gonna win. Congratulations. Great job, Amber. Look at that, a new dynasty is coming into place.
Yeah.
The Flints, Corey and Amber. Not in that order. Amber takes it and Corey comes in second. She led almost the entire race right there.
Congrats, Amber. Dad had himself a good run. Let's see what he thinks.
Kart was fast.
Yeah, you were.
Kart was freaking fast.
You were moving. Kacy, copy that.
Great
setup.
job.
How did you feel about the Tony bar? In the rear end, you felt good?
Well, I mean, you have to kind of drive the slide, right? But that's my specialty.
I don't know if you guys heard, but Benjamin the Talent Stahl
Talent, yeah.
is on the pole.
That's me.
First place here. Woo!
Ready for a nap.
Ready for a nap.
Take care of business here and take a nap.
And now I put on 2 pairs of glasses, Regan. Yeah.
Looking good.
I do those old people ones.
Well, what do you know? You know, take all this time away from the sport, you know, find myself a little bit and come back and pretty much, you know, get back right where I left it. P1 here from qualifying. You can see Matt, the engine genius from Ghost Racing. He and Derek, he was outside here. I get a little bit wide. It's a little bit slick before the tires came in. And so I got into Matt a little bit, but he was able to keep it up there in that top 4 or 5. And I take that P1 spot, and it was a handful the entire day handling wise, but especially the first couple laps, man. I just was never dialed in here, but Keegan makes a solid move. He was dialed in to the inside here, and he actually keeps it rolling really well, has great momentum, gets by me on the inside thanks to a little push from Brennan there to complete the pass. So I go back to P3 just a couple laps into this, and I'm okay with this. I quickly found out right here that I was quite a bit lower than these guys. I was at least 1 tooth, maybe 2 teeth lower than these guys on gearing. And so coming out of corners, as you can see, I'm a little bit slower, but as we hit this part in the straightaway, Keegan's on the limiter, and I'm still not. I have quite a bit more on the front stretch, so it was great at the beginning of the race, but if I lost the pack, I knew that it was going to hurt me because the rev limiter was gearing for pack racing. So you can see I'm right behind Brennan here, and there was just a lot of battling between Keegan, myself, and Brennan. It went from a 3-cart breakaway with us to a 5-cart pack here. You can see Eli getting a good run and trying to make that pass. Wasn't able to complete it right there, so he filed back in line, but that's not the last of Eli. You'll see I'm just doing everything I can to kind of keep my spot and push these guys down the end of the straightaway in hopes that we can have a bit of a breakaway. So you can say Keegan goes for a pass on the inside, and as you can see, I had that gear to just push him right on by. So then it's Keegan 1, me 2, and then Eli is able to make the pass too, so he's in 3rd right behind us. And I was like, all right, cool. These guys are probably as fast as anybody right now. They're hooked up. Let's just try to break away from these guys. As you can see here, Eli tried to make the move, but just wasn't able to do it. So he got back in line and started to push me for a minute. And I think everybody wanted to be at the front except for me. I wanted to be in 2nd to try to push the front guy with my with the gear that I had, but unfortunately just came out of the corners a little bit slower than I would have liked, and that kind of hurt in the long run. Good move by Eli here, makes it stick on the inside after a pretty late break, but makes it work really well. So he moves up to the 2nd spot, and I'm still in the 3rd, thinking, hey, this is totally fine. Let's push these 2 guys to the end, and then on that last straight, I know that I'll have the juice coming across the line to outlast these 2. So that was kind of the plan. That's what I was hoping for. But unfortunately, right here, you'll kind of see I get off a little bit. Coming into 1, let off the gas a little bit just because I still was a little bit loose. Going into 2, I'm a little bit slower than I would have liked to. And then 3, you can see right there, just a little tire touch. It's not much, but it's enough to just get me a little wide. I don't think it was a bad move by any means. I would have preferred, obviously, no contact because that got me off a little bit, sent me back from these guys. I've got no draft and a low gear to where I'm not hitting the limiter really anymore. So a bit of a unfortunate event that happened. Put me back a little bit further. There's Matt behind me, and he was just hooked up the entire weekend. I mean, I think he was probably the guy to beat. He gets by me here, and I do everything I can to just stay on this bumper, but I just flat out couldn't. He was just hooked up, and I never felt comfortable behind the wheel of my kart with the kind of weather we had, and you can see the distance already he puts on me. Just didn't. I just felt very loose the entire time, and I tell you, I felt like I was about the 6th or 7th best setup kart that day. Like, I just didn't feel like I really had the kart. I fell back. Clay, last year's series winner, catches up to me, and I just lock into his bumper, and we do what we can to just kind of push forward, put down some really solid lap times actually. I think he's a tooth or 2 higher than me, but he did a really great job of leading, and I was just able to kind of sit on his bumper and push him on these long straights like the plan was for early in the race. But here you can see this is actually the white flag lap coming down the last turn here. Clay in 1st, me in 2nd, get off the gas and brake a little bit earlier, so I'm on the gas a little bit earlier, and I was pretty confident I could get him here, just because of how low I was in the gear. Look high, look low. He does a little reactive blocking, no big deal, and I get him barely at the line for a 6th place finish. So not too bad. Yeah, thumbs up all around. Not too bad for my return to the sport.
So Kacy got a new helmet this off season. It's just kind of white. Nothing wrong with white, but we were trying to figure out what we could do with it. And so what we have done is we've decided that after the weekend, certain members of the team will award Kacy, kind of in the mold of the Michigan and Ohio State football helmets, stickers to put on. Puts a lot of stress on him. We've got a turtle, we've got a tornado, we've got a donkey, and we've got gold stars. We've got bigger gold stars for special occasions, and we've got a football. So as we start this year, as we proceed, we'll see how decorated his helmet gets and how it is decorated. Looking forward to it. Could cause some hardship between the driver and the judges.
Okay, starting 14th in this race because I totally screwed up qualifying. If you watched the vlog like more than one episode, you already know that's kind of like my MO. So here I am rolling off 14th, right behind Derek from Ghost Racing. And yes, his engine's on the left side. He modified the kart. Like, it's a right engine, it's an Eagle. He modified it. It's crazy. It's actually really bizarre to be behind. So get off to a clean start, and I quickly tell Derek, nope, you're not at Whiteland anymore, man. See ya. Make a move on him. He was close in tow the whole race here, and then follow the 90 through down this long straight. The track was like, it's called the fast track, and it's called that for good reason. Lots of fast corners, long straights, not a ton of technical stuff. So still sorting ourselves out here in the first lap. Right away I knew I was kind of in trouble. My kart it was not great in some of the, like this hairpin here. I was very tight, and so you'll see here, even after they got together, I didn't get a good run until I got a bump from behind. I was just very, very tight in the rear. It was kind of causing me to bind up. So got by the 90 there, get a nice bump out of the hairpin, which pushes me up towards 94, which is a different Derek. Come alongside. It's lap 1, tires are cold. That's always a little bit sketchy there, making a move. Derek played it nicely, and we both got through. Come up on Jonathan here, and my plan is to set him up into this hairpin, which was not a good hairpin for me. And he has the audacity to do the old over-under on me and take me to school. So he maintained the position. I actually kind of thought about it for just a split second there, but common sense got the better of me. So follow him here through this section and set him up down this straightaway, because again I had a lower gear ratio than most people, so I had more top end. Make the move on Jonathan here. So this is a great example of the hairpin that I was garbage in. It's hard to tell without a kart in front of me, but I was trash, and Jonathan saw it, pounced on it, and makes the move on me down that straightaway. I mean, really it came just down to setup choices that I made. Just caused me to be tight in the rear, and you know, it's something to learn from. Here I'm going to be coming back into my nemesis, the scoreboard hairpin, and you can see each time, if you look, I tried different lines each time, but right there it was a different line, and it was still pretty terrible. So here comes Derek with Levi pushing him, and Derek, man, he's like, I'm going for it. He's going to go for both of us. And I said again, Derek, you're not at Whiteland, man. See ya. And was able to then pass Jonathan, courtesy of a push from Levi, who's right behind me. And he is, come to find out, he's just stalking me like a wounded gazelle, just ready to pounce. So he set me up for this straightaway, and pops out and makes the move. And Levi was flying. He was moving. He had started way back in that race. So followed Levi, and for some reason, following Levi, I don't know what it was, his line worked well with mine, but my time improved a lot. I worked pretty well with Levi. I do a lot of racing with him, so together we were putting down some pretty good lap times, but I was still very inconsistent. And then here it's on the last lap, and kudos to number 5 there. Was a lap kart and did a great job. That's all you can ask for, is somebody just being predictable and like a little bit aware. So he did a great job letting us get through there. And then so this is last lap, and looking to make a move on Levi. I know I can't do it coming out of the hairpin, so I was wanting to do it here. And if it was for the lead, I would have cut over in front of him, kind of chopped him, but we were battling for 8th place there, and it's just not worth risking that. So then Jonathan took advantage of my lost momentum, but I like I said, he had taken me to school. I took notes, and I did the over-under to him. I finished 9th in this race. It was a lot of fun, good racing with all those guys, and you know, just need to make some improvements to my setup choices, and just move forward from here. But a good start to the year, and looking forward to the next one.
So here we are at our first decorating ceremony for Kacy's helmet, and we're going to start off with Brother Ben.
Wait, I'm going first?
Yes, you're going first. Ben?
Well,
what are you going to give to Kacy today?
I don't want Ben to choose.
I'm having a hard time between
I'd like to get it from Regan.
the donkey or the turtle today. But I feel like the donkey is more like, you didn't like do anything like bad, and you weren't like you know, it wasn't a completely terrible day. I just feel like you were a little bit slower than I would have liked.
Yeah.
So I feel like the turtle, maybe I'm hoping it'll inspire you.
No. He doesn't get a, like, there has to be proof of that. Right? Like, I have to be slow. I wasn't slow. I was told I was setting purple laps at times.
Okay, the second Levi passed you, you did have a purple lap.
Okay, well then that's not, it's not slow.
Kacy,
Ben,
it's
you
my
have,
selection.
there's a spirit.
All right, we'll go donkey. He wins the donkey.
What's he get the donkey for?
Because he was being an ass while talking to us now.
Okay, Ben's going donkey.
So wait. No. He's being spiteful. He doesn't get two. Look at this, 1098.
There, Kacy, you pick out your own sticker.
The leader was a 10 flat. Like, look at this, that's on par.
I know what Dad ran, I know what I ran, and I know what I expected you to run.
We should have started with Regan.
Yeah, no kidding. This is
Okay, Regan, what are you giving?
Ben, you don't get a pick anymore. Dad and Regan.
I'm giving you a tornado because you came in hot to Ben's defense as a good brother. There you go. Where you want it?
Thank you. I didn't think that was going to be a good one. I'll take it.
You thought tornadoes were going to be bad?
Yeah, I thought tornadoes were going to be like
So that's the good side of the helmet?
spinning out or something. I guess so. Regan chose it.
I did.
All right, well, we're supposed to kind of keep it to on-track stuff, but a bit, Kacy, I thought you had a solid performance today on the track. Plus, you did a heck of a job getting me ready to go. You get a gold star.
Gold star.
And now Ben.
Okay, well, I apparently can't choose a turtle. I can't choose a donkey.
Well, I mean, the donkey, I guess I can't. That's up to you. If you can sleep at night.
Well, let's
Look at Amber and her medal.
Woo!
I would say for my race, I would have expected 2 gold stars and probably, I don't know, a turtle or a donkey.
Just give me the turtle, if that's what you decide.
Yeah, this is what Kacy. This is what I want. And it's not like the turtle has to be bad. If I recall, the turtle beat the hare.
Oh,
Won the race.
I don't understand it. Good.
Can it be a good turtle?
No, it's not a good turtle. Turtle's a bad side.
It's so good, buddy. You got yourself a turtle friend.
All right, decorations have started.
If I hand out a gold star
I don't
after
want it.
Dad's
Don't give me a
gotten
sticker.
star.
Don't give me a sticker. 4th fastest time is not a turtle.
I know, but
It's not a turtle.
qualifying
It doesn't
14th
make sense.
and finishing 9th was the whole.
Then abstain from a sticker.
Okay.
That's not in the spirit of it.
Remove the sticker.
I would no. You put it on there. I would humbly accept a turtle
If you
if I
thought
was
you
slow.
deserved it.
If I was slow,
Is there an appeals process? Have we gone over
no.
that?
I tried to protest,
Okay.
and then
Well,
you were gonna give me a donkey.
I think we all learned a lot today about this process, and I think next time it'll be a little bit different. Next time.
So that's the closest I'll get to an apology from
Next
Ben.
time, you were not like slow the entire day, but you had moments where you were slow. You said it yourself. First thing you said off when you came off the track is how unhappy you were with
Well, I
how
could've-
stuck you were.
Yeah, I was stuck.
That
And that's
that
a
turtle
heroic
is
effort.
for the bogging down out of
You
scoreboard
can't back
hairpin.
away from it. You apologized. I accept, and thank you. It was a fun time. It was a good weekend for us. So, gonna get packed up here. We're heading down to Florida. We're driving straight through to Florida tonight, guys. 12 hours down to the Panhandle, and gonna have some more fun.
Hey guys, so big things happened today. First of all, Amber got a win!
Ooh, ooh.
First of many, the Masters class will never look the same now that Amber and Corey run the show. I was able to secure a pole today, Kacy was able to secure a turtle today, and Dad was able to secure some speed today. So all winners in our own ways. But in all honesty, it was great to be back here at Newcastle and run the KRA series again. It's been a long time. Felt very rusty as a racer. That showed today, but had plenty of speed.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm good.
Had plenty of speed to build on for the rest of the season. 6th is a solid finish. Kacy had trouble qualifying. What else is new? Put together a good run to get up into 9th place, and we have plenty of work to get him a championship this year. Same with Dad. If we're gonna have any championship stuff, we can't have. I mean, he was 9th fastest today, and that's great. But we're
settle for help alone.
13th or something like that. But we had one supporter, one true fan here who didn't leave for Florida early. But we'll be signing off, heading down to Florida, and then we'll be back in action for the next KRA race. So super excited to have a good weekend to start the season on and build on it for the next 14 or 13 races moving forward. So
Thanks for watching, guys.
like, share, subscribe. Whoa, haven't said that in a while.